Dear friends, this is Deepak Mishra and I welcome you all to Life Pracs. We all know that heart in our society, in philosophy, has a very different meaning than it actually has in biology. That means in philosophy, in society, in movies, we mean heart as an organ of love, as an organ which signifies emotions, compassion, empathy, sympathy, for fellow individuals, for fellow for animals, and everything. The love and the emotions come from heart. But actually, in biology, all these emotions have been proven to come from brain, and the brain functions because the heart functions. The function of the heart is to provide blood supply to all other organs. These organs are brain, kidney, liver, lungs, all the entire body, all cells of the human body require oxygen to survive through blood, and that blood is pumped by heart. But the heart itself, as I said, is an organ. It requires nourishment as well. It requires nutrition in form of blood with oxygen. Sometimes there is a problem with this oxygen supply to the heart itself. This is not a simple condition. When there is oxygen deficiency for heart, it signifies or it emerges as chest pain. Chest pain of the left side, to be very typical. As you can see in this photo here, there's an elderly man after a meal in a restaurant, complains of chest pain of the left side while climbing the stairs. That is typical of a cardiac abnormality. That does not limit it to old elderly men, younger men, females. Children rarely have this kind of problem, but everyone above 30 has a risk factor. When this pain starts, this pain is dull, aching, pressing pain. It feels like there is a stone put on your chest. You cannot breathe. You have a sense of doom. This pain radiates to the left shoulder and arm and neck sometimes. But non-radiation does not rule out a cardiac problem. When this happens, it's an emergency. The person needs to be taken to the hospital immediately. In the hospital, a ECG is done. In ECG, one sees how the heart rhythm is, how the function of the vessels is, of the muscles is. There is a blood test done where certain heart enzymes are monitored. There is an echocardiography, which is the ultrasound of the heart is done, where one can see the functions of the muscles of the heart. And when all these three signify that, okay, there could be a heart problem or there is a heart problem, then there has to be a coronary angiography. And if there is a plaque, that is an obstruction in the vessels of the heart, there has to be a coronary angioplasty, sometimes with implantation of stents, so that the blood supply to the heart muscle can be restored. Now, this comes with several risk factors. Heart diseases have several risk factors. Some are modifiable, that means adjustment can be done by you, by your doctor. Sometimes it is non-modifiable, that means you cannot do anything about that. The non-modifiable ones, which you cannot do anything about, is your age, is your genetics. These things you cannot do anything about it. But if you have modifiable risk factors, certainly you can change them. What are the modifiable risk factors? First of all is smoking. Smoking is a very big risk factor for heart disease. Second is high blood pressure. This could very well be controlled with proper medications, with proper diet and physical activity. The third in itself is physical activity. That obesity is a major cause of heart diseases. That means you need to get fit. You need to lose those extra pounds that you have. Proper nutrition, that is proper diet. Instead of salted fast food, you need to eat real food, fruits and vegetables, smaller meals often. That is the dictum. If you do all these things, and physical exercise, that I forgot to mention, physical exercise, to not just to build up huge muscle mass, but to tone your body, to tone your muscles, to tone the blood vessels, to keep the blood circulation in every cell of your body. These are the factors through which you can reduce your risk of heart disease. As I said, that if one has heart disease, these factors still will reduce the risk of a consequent heart disease, a consequent problem, that means a second attack or the third attack or death. That is why these factors are very important, have to be considered. And I hope this video, if you will like this information, for your suggestions, for your queries, please write in the comments, subscribe to this channel.